Hi everyone, and welcome to Greetings and Salutations.
First off, I just want to take this moment to correct a couple of mistakes I made in my first Q&A video. The first one was when I was listing my top 10 favorite Thomas characters, I accidentally mentioned Mavis twice. I'm kind of embarrassed that I didn't realize that at the time. So the first time I mentioned Mavis's name, just substitute Stepney. And also the second correction I want to make is when I was saying that I'd never read the Railway series books, I've since been told that apparently I did read a couple as a little kid, or at the very least I had them read to me ad nauseum. So yeah, I don't know why I don't remember them, although I'm told I was like 3 or 4 at the time, so I guess, yeah, I have read the Railway series books or have had them read to me. And finally, I also wanted to mention when I was describing the list of things that can kill you in Australia, I forgot to mention the crocodiles. Okay, so with all that out of the way, I hope I didn't make any mistakes in my second video, because at the time I'm doing this video, I haven't actually uploaded the second one. So let's get underway and let's get this done. What is your favorite film of all time, and what genre of film do you enjoy the most? I don't really have a favorite film or genre. I mean, guess in the same way I answered my favorite music question, if it's good, I'll watch it. I mean, I know in my music question I said that Nickelback and Gotta Be Somebody were my favorite band and song respectively, but yeah, with film I enjoy quite a few actually, so that's really all I could say. Actually, no, I would like to take this moment to band and song respectively, but yeah, with film I enjoy quite a few actually, so that's really all I could say. Actually, no, I would like to take this moment to say something. I do think that The Godfather is incredibly overrated. It's not a terrible movie by all means, I just think it's really, really long and slow, and maybe I just don't understand the subtleties behind it, but yeah, I think it's incredibly overrated as a film, and I don't understand its appeal to either audiences or critics, but hey, what do I know? What is your favorite trains model? That would be Wild Nor'Wester's Peter model and Sodor Workshop's Flying Scotsman model. If you could live on Sodor, where would it be? Probably Farquhar, because, well, I can remember the opening sequence to the classic series very, very well, which had Thomas travelling along the Farquhar branch before stopping at the end station, and for the longest time I thought, oh, that must be where Thomas lives. So if I could live there, I would, because I'd probably get a kick out of seeing Thomas pull up with Annie and Clarabelle, and also I'd probably rush to the window to watch trainloads of stone rattle by from the nearby quarry, because, hey, like I've said, I like watching goods trains. What is your favourite piece of rolling stock? If you're talking real world, I don't have one because I don't know anything about real world rolling stock. If you're talking Thomas rolling stock, I'd have to pick Scruffy, because to my knowledge he's the first and only truck to ever get a name, even if it was technically the name of the company he belonged to. And also that song he sang teasing Oliver, that's one of my favorites. What is your favorite voice to play? It's a toss-up between Henry and Mr. Zorro. What is your favorite crash in Thomas? Definitely the crash scene in Trust Thomas, where Thomas gets bumped by some trucks. He goes flying onto a conveniently placed barge. He shoots across the water and he starts to sink. And then the camera cuts to this very, very, I think, cute image of a toad idling nearby, and then of course also at the end where the toad is perched on Thomas's buffer beam. That always made me laugh. What inspired you to make a fire engine? Well, I didn't actually make it. The model itself is called Edward the Furness Railway Engine, and it can be found at northwesternrailways.com. I'll put a link in the description. And really all I did was just change the face. I substituted the Edward face that came with the model for one of the faces from the Soda on Mainland engines. I can't remember whose face it was. I think it might have been Clive's, and the reason I did that was because, well, the Clive face had a lot more variety in terms of expression, and it just seemed to line up so well with the nature of the character, like this grizzled, hard as nails, by the book Fire Chief. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to overall include a Fire Chief in my series, because I needed that kind of grounded, level-headed character who adheres to regulations pretty strictly. What was your biggest regret about your series? Definitely when I used some music I wasn't supposed to and had to remove the episodes that included it and remove that music and then re-upload them. So if you want more details, you can check out my video titled Whoops. I'll put a link in the description, or you can click on the screen. What are your pet peeves? Terrorism, intolerance, reality TV, whingers, the Kardashians, and Ryan Bloody Reynolds. What's your favorite Thomas song? Well, like I just mentioned, the song that Scruffy sang teasing Oliver, I think it might have actually been called Pop Goes Old Ollie. That's definitely a favorite, although my absolute favorite would probably be Pop Goes the Diesel. That's just so catchy. In terms of what my favorite Thomas music is, that would definitely be the Scar Louie Railway theme, because I've always found that piece just so uplifting and so heartwarming.
It's over. Go away.
Who is your favorite female engine? Well, as it's probably obvious given that I mentioned her name twice in my top 10 favorite characters, it's Mavis. Because in much the same way that Daisy was my least favorite engine because she was always trying to get out of work, or she was fobbing her responsibilities off on others, Mavis was the exact opposite. I don't know whether that was by design on the creator's behalf or not, but yeah, Mavis was a real worker, and as I said in my first video, hard work was strongly emphasized in my house, so I could not relate to her. Exactly how long does it take to write up a script? I don't know whether this will anger anyone or not, but I don't write scripts. The reason why is because I always find them too confining, like too restrictive, and usually whenever you hear about creators revising the script, that's usually code for I can't do this, this is not going to go anywhere, so I don't want to get to that point. So how do I essentially write for my series? Basically, I set out with a vague idea for an overall story, and I sort of fill it in as I go along. Like when I say fill it in, I mean like everything, like the camera angles, the locations, the dialogue, everything else as well. I think I've done a good job of it up to this point. I mean, a lot of people have said that my episodes have been very well written. Thank you very much for that. Although I don't know whether that's technically true, considering I don't write anything. Well, actually, no, I do write stuff. I mean, obviously I don't improvise the dialogue and the narration as I'm going. That would just be stupid, especially given my ridiculous stammering and stuttering. So I'll go into that more detail about that another time. Where did you get the idea of the Lady Steam Engine, Kate, and why? If you mean why did I decide to rename her from Lady to Kate, well, the name just always seemed weird to me. I mean, like, she's a female engine and they named her Lady? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that didn't invoke all manner of political correctness outrage and all. So, yeah, I just decided to choose Kate because, well, I don't really know. I mean, Kate was just the first name that popped to mind. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never seen Thomas and the Magic Railroad, so I don't know whether this is doing an injustice to her character. But again, like I said, given what I've heard about that movie, it seemed the movie itself was an injustice to the franchise.
Good night, everybody.
So, yes, that's it, folks. That's all the questions answered. Well, at least most of them anyway. So, again, I do apologize to those whose questions I didn't answer or skipped. Like I said in my first video, the reason is some of them were inquiring like as to where the series is going, and I don't want to give away spoilers. So, again, I hope you're not too put off by it. And also, as for other questions that I skipped, well, there's also a chance that I just simply missed them, and I hope that you won't be offended by that. So, like, don't presume that it's because I hated your questions, because none of them were bad. I didn't dislike any of them. They were all exceptionally good, and thank you all so much for taking the time to ask them. And furthermore, thank you all so much for making this channel the tremendous success that it has been. Like, I still can't believe how well it's gone and how well it's going, and I hope that it can continue this way for a very, very long time. And I hope I can continue putting out videos to the quality that you guys are used to and that you guys most definitely deserve. So, once more, thank you all so much. And, you know, I just had a look at the runtime for this video, and it certainly didn't run as long as I thought it was going to be, so I could have almost crammed these 3 videos into 2, but hey, I can only ramble on for so much in a day. So I hope you guys all enjoyed these videos. I hope that my answers were informative. And on one final note, some of the questions that I did skip over were inquiring specifically as to how I do my filming, like the methods I use and whatnot. Well, in my last video I did mention, or was it part 1? I can't remember. In one of my Q&A videos I mentioned that I might do a behind the scenes video. Well, I've since decided that I will do that. It won't come out until after season 1 has ended though, because I don't want my behind the scenes video to interfere with making the final episode. I hope you guys understand. So all those questions, like those creative questions about how I go about filming, voicing, editing and whatnot, they will be answered in that video. So that's something you guys can look forward to. So I guess that's all I can say for now. So thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing where the future goes. Thanks very much for watching, and have a good one.